Hi, this is Chris Aceto, and Dave Palumbo has abused our friendship once again to get me to come and interview Cedric. So I'm here right now. I have a few guys in the show. I think they're going to do well. I think Dexter's not going to do very well. Who else do I not like?
Well, you know, man, you don't like anybody. You know, you white folks, you just like, you know, you got a chip on your shoulder. That's why you don't like Dexter.
You know, all of these.
What's wrong with Dexter, man? He's a legend.
You know, all of these bodybuilders were their best when I was their coach, and they leave me, and then they suck. You know, do the math, 2 and 2 together. You know, real technician. I don't know what this Team Aceto stuff is all about. I didn't invent the hashtag, but it's out there. You know, whatever. So Cedric, how did it go at the Olympia?
Well, you know, everything was going great up until like 12 days out, and then I lost my fullness in my quads. So it didn't create the illusion of superlative dominance. Yeah. So when I opened up on the front double bicep, instead of creating an S, it created an S with a small tail.
Okay.
And that hurt me in the comparison.
Okay, but you have a coach, right? Like, so what happened, you know, with your coach? Does he have too many guys so where he can't really focus on you, or what?
You know, I keep telling my coach, you're getting too busy, man. These people are taking advantage of you. Nobody cares about you. And, you know, I even see Sean Ray throwing you off throwing you off the cliff.
Yeah.
He said, oh, see, those guys don't come in good anymore.
Yeah.
He's got to go back to Maine and pack it in.
You know, Cedric, I think maybe you should think about going to Kuwait or going to let George Farah help you, somebody like that, you know, that can really, you know, dial you in 100%, you know? What do you think about that?
Well, you know, I don't think I you know, no offense to everyone else, but I don't think I need to be dialed in 100%.
Okay.
I just got to be close to that 100, because if you go over 100, it's like flying over a cliff and you get hurt. And if you come up to the edge of the cliff, say you're at 97%, then you're okay. And, you know, Bader over there, he's got his hands filled with Rolly and Nathan and Ramy. It's like the new Gold's Gym East. So, you know, I don't think you want a guy from Heath Springs, South Carolina coming down and crashing his party.
Okay, but, you know, Cedric, you have so much potential, and we're all just waiting on you to reach your potential, but it seems like you just keep fucking up, you know? Like, so I'm just wondering, when are you gonna get your shit together, you know?
No, you see, man.
I mean, if it hasn't happened now, you know, one can believe that it's probably never gonna happen,
hey,
you know?
Luther Vandross never won a Grammy, and people recognize him all over the world as one of the best singers of all time. And Prince, you know, Prince is in a category all by himself. He's so different, you know, and that's with my physique, it's so different that sometimes it's hard to square me up against other guys who just have a 2016 H block look.
Oh, so because you got that classic physique, it's kind of difficult to figure out where to put you, right?
Well, I don't know if Mr. Mannion invented the whole classic physique because of me, because you know, people started talking about this once I'm coming up, but once I get in, you know, I'll be back. You're going to see me in 3 weeks on stage. As you can see, I'm still in shape. I'm holding my condition, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to get 97%, and I'm not done. I'm not going to.
Wait a second.
I'm not going away.
You're holding your condition. What condition? You never have condition.
Well, 97% of my condition. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that's I'm still working, fine-tuning that condition thing, but you know, Kai texts me here and there, so I may hook up with Kai, you know, once he gets off the Jimmy Fallon show and the Tonight Show and the Dina Shore show, and we might talk shop.
Okay, you know, and I really think you should think about getting another coach.
You're not nasally enough.
You should, you know, I really think you should think about getting a new coach, Cedric. You know, I think that's going to be the one thing that you need, you know?
Okay, man, then I'll be like Donald Trump revealing cell phone numbers. 813-456-3249 is my cell phone number in Heath Springs. Anyone in the entire world watching on RX Muscle who wants to dial me in on the flux capacitor, they're welcome to. I invite them to, because you know what, Chris? I think you're overrated as it is anyway.
You know, hey, most of my guys do great. So listen, I have one final question for you. What do you think about Dave Palumbo and the way he does these roundabout ways to try to get you to do interviews?
Man, Dave, man, you know, you use this white boy to to whoop up ratings.
Yeah.
You know, every 6 months when your ratings start to tank and muscle development, NPC News, all these internet sites start to overtake you, you have to get Cedric to come in here and come up with something special to get your ratings up so that you can pull in some advertisers so that you can still eat food.
Yeah. You know, I heard on some interview or something, you told Dave he had a plastic face. What's that all about?
No, that wasn't me, plastic face. I told him he had a plastic brain because I told him, you know, you come over here and try to sucker me with Chris and Johnny Styles and doing one more interview, and I'm gonna step on your plastic face and your plastic brain like one of those toys that I look like at the Arnold Classic when I'm fooling around. The ones that you push a button and they explode. Transformer. I look like a Transformer. I'm gonna step on it.
That
like
must be some country He Spring shit. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Okay, well listen, this is Chris Aceto, Cedric McMillan here, fucking up once again at another show. We'll see if he can fuck up again at the next show, if he'll dial it in. Hopefully he'll get a new coach soon. And we're here for RX Muscle, brought to you by Cedric's company, Scitec Nutrition.
Scitec. I guess goes all over the world, Johnny. I travel, listen, Johnny, I'm traveling all over the world. Even my soon-to-be ex-coach, Chris Aceto, said, man, they got you in Hong Kong 2 weeks before, fly all the way over there last minute before this show, and Chris is saying, don't go, Cedric, don't go. And I said, you know what, I'm loyal to everybody who's loyal to me, so that's why at the last minute, I fly all over the world. I put so many frequent flyer miles. These other pros talk about frequent flyer miles, Chris. Delta's gonna give me a plane.
You know, I heard
give me a plane.
I heard you was going to all these different countries trying to get away from Dave Palumbo.
No, I'm going to all these different countries to get away from Dave Palumbo and actually to get away from you, Chris, because you're nagging, man. And one thing, you know, bodybuilders don't need is a nagging coach around. We can do it ourselves. You don't have to babysit. That's your problem. You babysit too much.
Yeah, but you know, I used to be a writer for a bodybuilding magazine, and I got fired on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, right? And now it's only like 12 pages. It's not even a magazine anymore. It's now called a pamphlet. It's a bodybuilding pamphlet now.
Yeah,
you know?
We're talking about, I know what you're talking about.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna cut it right there, okay?